Welcome back, my friends, to another episode of Pause to 3. I am Jen, purple and gray haired Nana of the internet, coming at you today to talk about love. But not just any love, unconditional love. We're going to talk about embracing its meaning and nurturing connections. So, one of the things that I come on here to do is to talk about the real dark, heavy, hard to talk about aspects of life. And unconditional love is something that I think a lot of us aren't really familiar with if we really dig into what it means to love someone unconditionally. So today I want to shine a little bit of light on what it means to give and also what it means to receive unconditional love. So unconditional love really is a concept that goes way beyond the boundaries of romantic relationships or family ties. Because love is, we're not just talking about the romantic part of of love. We're talking about love for everybody, love within a family, love within friends, and love within a romantic relationship. So it's a love that accepts others for who they are, where they are, without trying to change them or to control them. But how do we really understand and express this powerful unconditional love? So again, unconditional love is a love that is free from limitations, where we can offer support and compassion and understanding without any expectations, without expecting anything in return. It means embracing the imperfections and flaws of ourselves and others. Okay, so embracing the imperfections and flaws of ourselves and others, recognizing their true worthiness, extending kindness, even and especially in the challenging situations. So how can we give and receive unconditional love? First and foremost, guys, it has to start with self-love. We have to love ourselves. If we don't love ourselves, how can we expect ourselves to give that to somebody else? So by cultivating a deep sense of self-acceptance and compassion, we then can better share this unconditional love and these qualities with others. So we all know that saying that you can't pour from an empty cup. It's true, guys. Self-care is so crucial in every aspect of life, especially when it comes to giving and receiving unconditional love. So prioritize your self-care, nurture your own well-being, allow your love to flow abundantly to yourself and, of course, to others. So when it comes to giving unconditional love to others, practice active listening. So really giving the other person your full attention, asking questions for clarification, and be empathetic. Okay, guys? Empathy goes so far. Try and put yourself in their shoes. See where they're coming from. Seek to understand their perspective. Validate their emotions and offer support without judgment. Okay, I get that. Support without judgment. Okay, guys? Everybody has their own unique journey. Everybody is doing the best they can in this life on their journey. And when we embrace that uniqueness, that individuality, we then can foster an environment of acceptance and true unconditional love. So receiving unconditional love is probably one of the best feelings of the world. When you can allow yourself to be fully vulnerable, fully open to receiving love without skepticism and without fear. Recognize that you are deserving of love and embrace those connections that uplift and nourish your soul. Guys, we are so deserving of love, and we are so hard on ourselves so many times. We just don't give ourselves unconditional love. And that's really sad, because we deserve that, and we need to practice that, okay? So the best way to do that is surround yourselves with individuals who genuinely care for you and your well-being, and reciprocate that love with gratitude, okay? So this journey towards embracing unconditional love, it's not always easy, but it's also super important to understand and acknowledge that unconditional love doesn't mean tolerating toxic behavior. It doesn't mean compromising on our own boundaries. Okay, that's the key right there. Unconditional love does not mean tolerating toxic behavior or compromising our own boundaries. Unconditional love, it should be balanced with self-respect and healthy boundaries. So it's about finding that healthy balance between compassion and self-preservation. So, you know, those things in your core that are super important to you, that's where your boundaries need to come into play. And unconditional love will not try to break down those boundaries, okay? So as we conclude this this episode on unconditional love and how powerful it can be, it's really, really important to remember that unconditional love starts with ourselves. Unconditional love has the amazing ability to heal wounds, to mend broken bridges, and to create profound, amazing connections with people. So by embodying this love in our daily lives, we, guess what, guys? We are contributing to a more compassionate and harmonious world. And goodness, the world needs more compassion right now. And it starts with you. It starts with you loving yourself. Okay, remember, unconditional love starts with you loving yourself. Nurture your self-love, extend it to others, and graciously receive it in return. Okay, so embrace the beauty of imperfections in ourselves and others. Embrace the beauty of imperfections. Celebrate diversity and let love be the guiding force in your interactions. Okay, let love be the guiding force in your interactions. So thank you for sharing your very, very precious time with me as we explore this funny and often not focused on concept of unconditional love. Stay tuned. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. We've got some really dark and heavy and really the heavy shit of life coming up next. We're going to dig into healthy and unhealthy attachments in relationships, and then we're jumping into a whole series on infidelity. We're going to look at what infidelity means. We're going to talk about things to consider before entering into an affair, and we're going to talk about, I'm going to share with you 4 phases that I've sort of had my eyes open to, both as a person who has had an affair and as a person who has been betrayed in a relationship. So guys, we're going to get into the ugly stuff. We're going to get into the real shit that nobody wants to talk about. And we're going to do that coming from me, who is just this average, ordinary person trying to live my best life ever and trying to shine a little bit of light for those of you that are going through dark times. Okay, so until next time, make sure you subscribe, make sure you share, and I am sending you, as always, much love, peace, and kindness, and I encourage you to love yourselves and to share and keep spreading that love. Take care, my friends.